Folks, this is Jim Littmer with Third Hand Archery out of Union, Kentucky, home of the American invented, American designed, and American made archery products for American bow hunters like yourself. Here to introduce to you today is our Kentucky Bowhunter package. Now folks, this Bowhunter package has been put together for the serious bow hunters with climbing tree stands. It will help you get from your vehicle to your tree stand location quieter. It'll help you get from the bottom of the tree to the top of the tree quieter and safer. Once you're in the top of the tree, it'll lock you in safer. It'll hold your bow in a ready position so that you can put your hands in your pockets and be more comfortable and stay on stand longer. Think about it. The longer we stay on stand, the more comfortable we are, the more chance that we're going to see a deer like one of these. And folks, that's what it's all about. So let's sit back, relax, and let me show you how this can work for you too. Folks, we at Third Hand Archery like multifunctional items. First item that I'm showing you here is our stabilizer strap. It's got 4 different uses. Right now I've got it tethered across, crisscrossing over my tree stands. My backpack and my seat all together as one. It makes things a lot quieter when going through the woods, and it holds your backpack along with your seat and you're ready to go. Folks, a lot of times when you go in the woods in the morning, it's dark but also cold. Why start the morning with your fingers frozen? If you take the tree stand accessory belt that you're going to be using up in the tree anyway, put your hip clip on it, and then simply hang your bow on the front of you. Now your hands are free to carry the bow. Put your hands in your pockets. Keeps them nice and warm. Start your hunt off right. Folks, another way to use the hip clip with the accessory belt is when you're tracking a downed deer. You need the bow with you, just not in your hands. Getting down looking for your blood, looking under branches, like I say, you need the bow with you. You just don't need it in your hands. Here he is over here. Now that we got the stand on, I'm going to take my stabilizer straps and connect them together. This will keep the tree stands locked together as I'm climbing, helps keep the bottom from falling off my feet and going to the bottom of the tree. And also it helps it make it a little bit more secure when I'm getting up into the stand. Folks, the next part of this Kentucky Bowhunters package is our universal tree stand bow holder. Now this bow holder fits all tree stands and works on all bows. It comes with a top plate and a bottom plate. All you do is put 2 screws inside, 2 screws outside, and you sandwich the stand. Now, since the head of this rotates, it'll hold a longbow, recurve, compound, or crossbow. Today I'm using my signature bow from Signature Archery. You can take the bow and you put it in a forward position like this. And by the way, when it's forward, if you accidentally bump it, it's staying here. Don't worry about dropping your bow. But since I'm facing the tree when I climb, I'm going to push it backwards and push it down, get it parallel to the tree stand. Back here there's no trees, no branches to get in our way, and we're faced that way so we can see what we're doing. I'm going to grab my backpack. Now the tree stand's locked in place, put my weight on it here, keeps it pulling these straps down, pull myself up into the tree, into the tree stand. First thing I do when I get up here is to hook myself. Anyway, now that I'm hooked in, I sit down and release the pressure off these straps. I'm tied in nice and secure. Take my bow right on up the tree. Now, since I got my bow with me, I can go a little bit slower, which is safer and quieter. And if a deer does happen to come in, all I got to do is sit down here, cinch these stabilizer straps down, and I'm locked in here. Do whatever I need. If a deer's coming in, I sit down, cinch this down, pull it up. I've got my bow and I'm ready to shoot. Now, as I'm climbing on up the tree, and I'm going to go up a little bit further, folks, if as you're climbing, if the tree stand platform ever came off your feet, as you can see, this is all the further it's going to go when you're using the stabilizer straps. It's held evenly. It's very easy to get your feet back to it, lift it back up, and you're ready to go. Now, one of the things hunters were concerned with was dropping their $1,000 bow while climbing in their tree stand. Be real honest with you, I gotta admit, at first I was a little scared myself. But I found out that to me it's a whole lot harder to control a bow on a 30-foot rope. Trying to keep it from spinning and tearing up your sights, it's hard to do. As you can see here, I can even go around knots of trees without dropping my bow. Now once I get up to the height that I want to be, I sit down, that locks the tree stand in place. I cinch down, and now my stand's good and locked in. I'm going to take my backpack off here. The third hand archery tree stand accessory belt is 5 foot long. If your tree stand fits, so does the belt. The belt has 4 nylon hooks that'll hold up to 25 pounds each. It keeps your binoculars, rangefinder, grunt tube in a ready position all day. Heck, it'll even hold my backpack. So once I get up into the tree stand, I take my quiver off, put my bow back in here and push it forward. When it's forward, if you accidentally bump it, it's going to stay there. I take the arrow, knock me an arrow. And here's another tip for you. If you take a bowstring, tie it to your quiver and put a loop on the end, every time you get up the tree, you got the same place to hang your quiver now too. It's going to make your bow much quieter when you shoot. But I like to have a second shot handy. If you take a piece of our bow rope, we custom braid it to fit your nock, put it on here or anywhere you'd like, pull it tight, snap it on, and there's your second shot. Once I'm sitting here and I know I'm good and comfortable, I pull down these straps, and that way it locks both pieces together. Now when a deer comes in, what I like to do is grab the front of the bar like this. When I stand up, my weight transfers to the floor and it pulls me up out of the chair nice and quiet. Once I'm up here, I've got my bow, arrow nocked, and I can actually get out like this and not worry about my bow limb hitting the bottom of my tree stand now and banging a bow limb off the railing. I actually can use this as a guard rail. As you can see, this is not going anywhere. Sit back and relax and enjoy your hands free. The longer you sit here motionless, your hands nice and warm, the more deer you're going to see. And bottom line, that's what it's all about. I get ready to go. I just do everything in reverse. Take the bow off here, and by the way, if I needed my second shot, it's handy right here. The Kentucky Bowhunters package. It's everything you need to get from your vehicle to the tree quietly, up the tree quietly and safely, and holds your gear all day in the tree, and then does everything in reverse. Takes everything back to your vehicle for you. Go ahead, make the call. Call 1-800-339-0232. 1-800-339-0232. What are you waiting for? Excuse me, I'm going to sit back and see if I can't see another big old buck tonight.